to another How Do You Say K-Pop? I'm Katie, a K-pop stan since 2008, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Instead of doing a group, we're actually gonna do a song. We're not gonna do the whole song, don't worry. This would be a super long video otherwise. It's already gonna be longer than normal, but I kept it to a minimum. So, you may know if you're a fan. If you're not a fan, you won't know. But ATEEZ is currently touring in the US. I'm actually going to go see them on Sunday. I'm flying out to Texas and I'm so excited. And I had this great idea based off one of my friend's suggestions. So she suggested that instead of just doing groups, I should also do things like song lyrics or common K-pop terms like maknae, hyung, nuna, that sort of thing. And so I thought about it, and I haven't looked at the set list or anything because I don't want to be spoiled. I know it's going to be amazing either way, but I want to be surprised. This is my third time seeing them, I believe. Third sounds right. But I know that Star 1117 is usually on the set list because it's a super important song for ATEEZ and Atiny alike. And so I thought it would be fun if we went through and did what I'm going to call, quote unquote, Atiny's part of Star 1117. So there's usually a section of the song where either the members will stop singing and Atiny will join in, or just Atiny will join in. But if you're not familiar with the song or you're not super familiar with Korean, it could be really difficult to know what to sing. Usually the lyrics on the screen are in Hangul, which if you can't read Korean, helps no one. So we're going to go through, it's going to be the final chorus right after Hongjoong's last part. That's what we're going to go over and learn how to sing. I'm not going to sing it. I'm not that confident. But when you're in a crowd of thousands of other people, you get a confidence boost, and so hopefully this helps you also sing along if you want. Just to go over our usual disclaimers, I am not Korean. I do not pretend to be Korean. I do not speak Korean fluently. I have studied it. I'm going based off the pronunciations that I've learned of the Hangul, which means they may not be entirely correct, and that's okay. If you are a native speaker and you want to correct me, by all means, I would love to learn how to say things better. But that being said, this is a pronunciation guide to get you closer to the way it sounds, not perfect. I do not claim to be perfect at all. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's learn how to sing Atiny's part of Star 1117. Okay, so I have the lyrics pulled up. I'm using colorcodedlyrics.com. They're obviously not my website, but I love using them. I feel like the romanization that they use is really good. By romanization, I mean the translation of Hangul characters into English letters to kind of get how they're said. I feel like they do that very, very well. I can't speak to their translations because I just don't know. But I'm going to use them for this example because I feel like they do a good job. And since they have the Hangul, that's what we'll go over. So we're going to do what I call Atiny's part, which is the last chorus. So that's to kind of place you where we are in the song. So Hongjoong is singing at this part right here in the orange. He's going to end with 고마워, and at that point, that's usually when Atiny begins singing along. So this is the portion we're doing right here. This pink, purple, blue, and green. So the first thing we're going to start with is going to be in English. So looking for star, looking for love, easy enough. The next part we're going to do is going to be this part right here. So 그대는, 그대는. This k sound, um, the sound is which almost sounds like you're grossed out by something, like, what is that? That sort of vibe. De, it's almost like D-A-Y, but you're not going to have that diphthong. We would say day. You're going to take out that A sound, and de is what it's going to be. So, 그대는 나만 에. 나만 에. Now you may be looking at this and going, what the heck? If you can read Hangul, you know that's an and an e. So you kind of think, well, wouldn't that be like one would think, but it's not. So in this case, it's going to be naman e. And when it's said fast, your consonant kind of flows into your vowel. So it's going to be namane. Namane. So 그대는 나만의. Last character here is going to be 별. 별. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know about this sound. It's the EO sound. It's not an ah, it's not an O, it's an aw. So it's kind of in the back of your throat. You widen the back of your throat. Aw, 별. So 그대는 나만의 별. Moving to the next line, we have 언제나. 언제나. This on is going to be the same sound as this 별. So on, de, kind of like our de up here. Same thing, like J-A-Y, but we're not going to say that diphthong. We're not going to make it a harsh sound. 언제나. 언제나. Next bit, 그댈. 그댈. 그 is going to be the same as 그대는. 그댈. It's almost like we just added an extra. We cut off the nun and we add an L at the end. 그댈. 그댈. 언제나 그댈. 빛나게. That's our next portion. 빛나게. Now, if you, again, can read Hangul, you're like, well, that's a ch sound, like cheese or chair. What the hey? Why are you saying it like a T? Well, in this case, when it's at the end like this, and it's followed by another consonant, we're going to pronounce it like a T. So, 빛나게. 빛나게. So, 언제나 그댈 빛나게. This one's kind of a long one, but bear with me. 해줄게요. 해줄게요. 해줄, almost like jewel, like Jewel. I say jewel. That's kind of what you're doing here, but it's a little softer. 줄, 줄. 해줄게요. 해줄게요. And this is a hard O. Yo. So from the beginning, 언제나 그댈 빛나게 해줄게요. 언제나 그댈 빛나게 해줄게요. Let's add in the other line and do the whole thing. 그대는 나만의 별. 언제나 그댈 빛나게 해줄게요. And then, forever you're my heart. So that's one section done. Congratulations, you're halfway through. So moving on to the next part. Looking for star, looking for love. We just repeat the English. Here's where we get the change up. First word is going to be 어떤. 어떤. You've got two of these sounds together. So that's the O sound, 어떤. Next one is going to be 슬픔도, 슬픔도. This is going to be a hard P. 슬픔도, 어떤 슬픔도. Next one, 올, 올. This is going to be that strong O. 올, 어떤 슬픔도 올. Next character is going to be sue, sue. Like you sue someone, you're going to take them to court. sue, 어떤 슬픔도 올 수. Now the next one, 없게, 없게. It looks a lot more complicated than it really is. So if you're from the Midwest, you'll understand. But when you make a mistake, you run into somebody, we say, oh. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to run into you. Oh, sorry, that was my mistake. I'm notorious for using ope. That's exactly what this sound is going to be. You're just going to add K at the end. 없게, 없게. So, 어떤 슬픔도 올 수 없게. 어떤 슬픔도 올 수 없게. All right, moving on. We've got another long one. We'll go through it. 언제까지나. 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 그대 is going to be our next word, which we're familiar with because it's up here in the purple as well. 그대. So 언제까지나 그대. Next part, 지켜줄. 지켜줄. 켜 is well, here it's written out really well. 지켜줄. I don't know if anybody watches anime, but you often, like, there's guys whose name might be Kyo. That's kind of what we're going for here, but again, not that strong O, it's an O, Kyo. And this is going to be a strong K as well. This character means that we're really pronouncing that K sound. So, 언제까지나 그댈 지켜줄. Oh, these actually all goes together. So, 거예요, 거예요, 거예요. Again, that's not a strong O. This double line means it's going to be a ye sound. 거예요, 거예요, which is really fun to say if you start, like, if you can really say it and then, like, get it really fast. It's just 거예요, 거예요. It's really fun to say. So starting from the beginning again. 언제까지나 그댈 지켜줄 거예요. If you find the 예요 really difficult to say, you can drop the 예 sound and make it 거예요. It makes it a little easier to sing. Nobody will catch you unless you're, like, singing it solo for a native Korean. If you're just singing amongst other fans, nobody's gonna know. And it's a little easier to say if you can't get the yayo really well. And then forever you are my star. So let's start from the beginning of Atiny's portion. We're just gonna go through it once. I'll go through it slowly so you can listen and practice and hear all the words and how they sound. And then all you have to do is memorize it, which I have no tips and tricks for memorizing, so you'll have to find somebody else to help you there. I can just help you say it. I can't make you remember it. So starting from the pink portion up here at the beginning of the last chorus, looking for star, Looking for Love, 그대는 나만의 별, 언제나 그댈 빛나게 해줄게요, Forever You're My Heart, Looking for Star, Looking for Love, 어떤 슬픔도 올 수 없게, 언제까지나 그댈 지켜줄 거예요. Forever you are my star. Alrighty, and that's all there is to it. So now, next time you're at a concert or you're just singing along in your car, now you'll know at least the chorus portion of Star 1117, quote unquote, Atiny's part. So if you're going to be at the concert or if you've already gone, I hope that you have slash had a ton of fun. I can tell you that I am so excited. I will be having an AT's group video here coming out shortly. Bear with me, I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, a lot of updates. I had to get a new computer, which is part of the reason why it took me so long to make another video. And speaking of other videos, I did see the comment requesting either a Big Bang or a Super Junior video. I am going to do a Super Junior one because I think that'd be so much fun. And really, it just warms my old school heart to get to talk about Suju. But there are like 13 members ish that I gotta talk about, so it's gonna be a longer video, and because things are kind of up in the air right now, it is gonna take me a little longer to do it. Hopefully, though, I'll be coming out with more videos more quickly. Hopefully, not 4 months in between, but we shall see. As I've always said, this is more just a hobby for me. I do have a full-time job, but I would like to do it more. But part of it is the equipment and other such things. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have anything you want to say or any recommendations for future groups, please leave them in the comments. I do check them. And I hope that you have a wonderful day wherever you are.